Stop using the word elite for everybody. If the amount of people that you called elite were truly elite, that would just be the new norm. Stop being so generous with this fucking word, bro.
Next week, we'll tackle that generational word.
Oh, my nigga. Yes.
That's thrown around even more.
I think somebody was like, yo, in the midst of us trying to give people their flowers, we have no choice but to start lying. And I was like, yes. Yes.
We might just get hit with the
Welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps. The Play for Keeps podcast. The only podcast where we do something different every single hour.
You just decide to let all the sounds off.
Shit, I got more. Man, let me chill out. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. I know we do it at the end, but we need to do it in the beginning. Subscribe. We're pushing 270 subscribers on YouTube.
We got like 800 or something on TikTok, or really more than 800. We might be close. We might be at 900 now.
It's like 840 something. I know. Instagram, we pushing at 300. It's like in the 290s now. We've been in the 280s forever, nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, we almost at 300 on Instagram.
Yeah, man. Just make sure y'all interacting. Join the community, and last but not least,
donations.
Absolutely.
Donations.
We appreciate you.
Donations.
You're smart.
Donations.
Loyal.
Donations.
I appreciate you.
Donations.
Right, okay, I keep forgetting. This nigga talk way too long. Man. Jax, have you seen Bad Boys yet?
No, I have not. Dang. People saying that it's like actually good. I just watched the third one that everybody said was trash. I don't know why people like it wasn't trash, but it was what I expected it to be, like an action movie with two old niggas. So I don't know why people expected more from Bad Boys 3, but people saying Bad Boys 4 is actually good. So I'm gonna watch it.
I watched it yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I think 2 days ago. Man, nigga, when I tell you, that's a good one. I came in there like, I want to see what the hype's about.
What's the I don't. How can they improve that? Like, because I didn't think the last one was horrible, and I don't understand how this next one is so much better. Supposedly, like they're still old. They're still too old to be doing this. Like,
bro, it's kind of like it's hard to explain without spoiling. So I don't want to do that to you.
Fair enough.
But I'll just say this, and I'm not even over exaggerating, because I feel like most people would say when everybody ranks the Bad Boys, it's like 2, 1, 4, 3. Not gonna lie, it might be 2, 4, 1, 3 for me. Because Bad Boys 1 is cool.
Bad Boys 1 is good. Both of them the first two are great. Both of them are great.
I feel like Bad Boys 2 clears everything. That's my favorite one. I ain't gonna hold you.
I guess, but with Bad Boys 2, that was one of the ones they just showed all the time everywhere on TV. Like, you couldn't escape that movie.
Yeah, you couldn't escape that, Reggie.
Like, I saw Bad Boys 2 before I saw the Bad Boys 1. And I had seen like Bad Boys 2 like 3-4 times before I seen Bad Boys 1. So I was just like, dang, they never even talk about that hoe.
That's
and
right.
I finally saw it and I was like, okay, Bad Boys 1 is good too, but still.
That's fair. Yeah. That Reggie scene. You can't escape that Reggie scene. Reggie! Who the fuck at the door? That's
I know Reggie, I'm surprised they like kept Reggie in all the all the Bad Boys.
I'm not gonna hold you. That nigga was cold in 4. I ain't
they let him do stuff. Right now he's like a soldier or something, so I think that makes sense, I guess.
If I say too much, bro, it's gonna ruin it. So I need your. I will come back on this pod next week. We will have that discussion a little bit. Speaking of other, great things and funny things. Apparently, we got Complex with another list. The 20th funniest people on the internet. I'm gonna share my screen because I haven't seen it. Jax has seen this.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I know that Drewski's one, but I haven't.
Dang, spoiler alert!
Them niggas. By the time they drop it, niggas didn't know. Niggas know. Number 20, Caleb Presley. I don't watch his shit, but I see his shit like across my TL from time to time.
Caleb, he is funny. Him and Theo Vaughn are like the same type of person.
Yeah,
Except he's a little less funny because he always be doing like some skits with. And I think he was Barstool. And Barstool, they're not funny, but he's funny.
he kind of carries what's going on over there in Barstool.
Yeah, he be with that fat dude. That fat dude he with, he's not funny either. He's just weird and fat. I don't like his very.
I liked
very
his interview. He had like a little interview with Funny Marco, and look, they
all his stuff is like interviews and stuff like that. So
yeah, for sure. 20. I'm not mad at that. 19. Gillian Wallow. You see, this is the thing. This is the thing about Complex. This is the thing about Complex. They do this a lot, and I get it, but
I didn't like this.
Like when you combine people, nigga, just put Gilly on him, bro.
I don't think they should count. I don't think they're not comedians, bro. Like it has people on this list who aren't comedians. I don't think they should count, and they're not that like they're funny, but I don't even think they're like their content doesn't revolve around them being funny. So I don't think they should be on here. But
that's fair. I mean, I get the comedy standpoint, but I do feel like these niggas are funnier than some internet comedians out here. So we'll give them that. Number 18.
I don't know.
New York May. I do not know who this woman is.
I've literally never heard. That's why I was like, this list is. I've never heard of this person in my life.
I ain't gonna lie, she a little strong in the face. Let's go. Number 17, Vince Staples. Okay,
like he
is funny though. He a funny nigga, but you don't. I've never seen this nigga. Have you ever seen this nigga crack a joke?
He hasn't said a single. He doesn't say a single joke. That's why he shouldn't be on here, bro.
That nigga has not. I have not seen this nigga do not one skit. All that nigga do is talk about Ray J, but he is funny.
He don't be trying to say no joke and they got him on this list. I don't like it, but
17.
It is what it is. Cameron and Mace. I don't think they should be on here either.
Like, if Cam and Mace can be on here, Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce can be on here. God damn it! Because what the fuck is this? You was just on last Complex list about sports media or whatever when we did Complex. You can't be on both of these lists, nigga. Out here dabbling. And why does Mace look Photoshop? Like, why?
I don't think that looks like a drawing of Mace. That doesn't look like that's a picture of Cameron. That's not a picture of Mace. That's a drawing of Mace.
Man, God, this is funny. 15, Lou Ratchet. I'm gonna be honest.
Higher. He's funny. He should be higher.
He should be. We share too many memes of Lou Ratchet. Yeah. I got two good ones out of him. That we got your mans. We got your mans on sexual assault charges. And
yes.
What's the other one? Where your mom's at? I do that shit on my. Where your mom's at? That's fire. 14, Kai Cenat.
He's not funny to me. He just be doing them twists. He's not. I don't think he's actually funny.
Yeah, he just screams.
Yeah.
He just got emotion. That's really what it is. He's just popular. Him funny, nah. 13, Phantom?
I don't know who this is.
He's a part of Kai's group. AMP, he be on them stream shit too.
Never knew.
This is insane. I didn't know they was gonna do all this now.
Is he funny? But is he actually funny? I don't.
He's funny. He is funny, but at the same time, this that shit they pick and choose when they want to group niggas up or not. You had Cam and Mace, but then you have Kai Cenat, and then you separate Phantom. Cause Kai Cenat, this nigga, and then Duke Dennis be like all together at the same time. Yeah,
I'm gonna let them have that. I don't be knowing streamers, bro.
Yeah, that's cool. None of them niggas is funnier than Lou Ratchet. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. 12, Zoe Spencer. I don't know who this woman is. Some of these women are like, I feel like they're like the skit women that be on like.
I've never seen her in a skit. I don't know who these people are.
I don't know what this is. I couldn't tell you. 11, Lou Young.
He's not funny to me. He's not funny to me.
They put the wrong Lou up here, bro. Why are we disrespecting Lou Ratchet, bro?
Yeah, bro, he's not funny to me.
He got emotion because he keep impersonating Deion Sanders. That's all that is, and that's cool. I'll give it to you. Number 10, 85 South Shore.
Them at 10 is way too low.
It's very underrated. I haven't heard much from them recently, but still.
They can't be. They can't be at 10. Period.
They can't be. This is top, bro. They fucking this list up. I'm sorry.
That's why I like this list.
It's a bad list.
And he's funny. He's been going crazy, but it's what Malik B. He is funny, but he's not funnier than 85 South.
And he not funnier than Lou Ratchet. I'm sorry. He's not better than Lou.
His skits do be funny though. I cannot lie.
I just feel like he a better. I feel like he a better Desi Banks. That's what I feel. I just feel like he a better Desi Banks to me. Oh wow. Well,
they don't feel like he's a better Desi Banks. Desi Banks is right above him.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. He started off pretty strong, but he
got his videos got old. People got tired of him.
It was one of those. It was like that Ha Davis effect.
I forgot about him.
You just do the same thing over and over in different scenarios. It's just gonna get like Lethal Shooter. You just keep
Lethal Shooter's gonna die one day. He's doing all this. He doing too much crazy stuff with he putting like nails and spikes on the rims and the basketball and trying to shoot him while it breathes fire. Like
he was on top of a turbine and he like shot a ball.
I was watching what's that movie with Jamie Foxx and that dude who's in prison, bro, and they had to catch the dude. Everybody, law-abiding citizen.
Oh, okay.
And that's who Lethal Shooter reminds me of. The killer from that movie. That's who he reminds me of. Just keep making contraptions and stuff to do something unnecessary. That's who Lethal Shooter is.
I feel it. And because this nigga was wearing Mad merch, I'll give you a pass, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Give it to you. Curvo Dolo. I've seen this nigga on TikTok. You seen this nigga before?
No, I know who that is.
Nah, man. You probably like seen like a few because he makes funny faces or some shit like that. It's a little different. Number 6, Funny Marco.
Funny Marco. He should be up. He might should be lower. Like he's funny. He's real funny. He should be like.
I feel like
maybe top 3. Like 6 is good. But he should definitely be in the top 5, maybe even top 3.
I'm not mad at 6. I just think that they fucked this list so much up. Like it's just like, damn, it's kind of hard to place you. Like this would be a correct list if the list was done correctly. Type shit. 5, Theo Von. I ain't gonna lie. The nigga that made me
chuckle. He can be top 5. He's hilarious.
He done kind of made me chuckle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That nigga's nice. Number 4, Trey Rags.
Number 4 is you.
Damn.
Do-rag and everything. That's really same glasses. That is you. What the hell?
God damn it.
That is actually you.
Hey, come on now.
No, I'm looking. That's actually y'all have the same exact glasses. Y'all have the same exact face. Like that's actually weird.
Yo, nigga, I almost put a hoodie on today. This is crazy. Yeah.
Nah, this isn't normal.
This is not normal, man.
Get him off the screen. Get him off the screen.
I'm just happy to be here. Number 3, Mark Phillips and RDC World. I ain't gonna lie.
Separating them like that is crazy. Because it's just RDC World.
Yeah, I got to.
But they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be top 3, bro. Like their skits are funny, but like
they shouldn't be top.
They're too. I like them, but they're too nerdy to be top 3, bro. They're too nerdy.
To be top 3.
They talk about anime and all that stuff way too much.
Tell me.
The skits do be funny though. I can't lie, but they're too nerdy to be top 3.
Bro, their skits are a part of black culture, nigga.
I know, but they're still too nerdy to be top 3. Like I like them, but their content is still like too anime focused. Who
should be over these niggas is what I want to know.
I mean, we already just said 85 South. They're funnier than them. Marco's funny. You don't think Carlos Miller, DC Young Fly, and Chico Bean are funnier than RDC World?
I feel like that's compy, bro. It's not clear. It doesn't clear. It's not like a clear. Like you have to flip.
It very much. Carlos Miller, they're actual comedians who are actually funny.
We talking about funny niggas that's on the internet. I'm not saying like no stand up shit.
this whole list. I'm just trying to think of who's funnier than who.
Okay, well,
They're not funnier than what you call it.
Them niggas was funnier than Lou Young.
Yeah, because Lou Young's not funny. Well, like, they're not funnier than Lou Ratchet.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Exactly.
They funnier than Trey Rags.
I don't know. Trey Rags was super. I haven't seen a Trey Rags video in a minute.
There's a reason for that. That nigga's too problematic for internet.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Number 2, Ben the Don. I'm not gonna lie to you. This nigga's funny, but I don't know. This is a little.
It's not top two. It's because of clout. He is funny, but he's here because of clout.
This nigga funny, but he is an exact. This is an exact representation of his own meme. We didn't change this broke nigga life, bro.
Yeah.
We done changed that broke nigga.
That meme is always gonna be hilarious though. That we didn't change this broke nigga life. Like that meme's gonna stand the test of time.
That's so fucking real. And finally, Drewski.
That makes sense.
That of course made sense. He is the Kevin Hart of internet right now. But yeah. When you said I don't know half of these people, I'm gonna be honest, you was really just talking about the women. You were just talking about women in general, bro. I'm not gonna lie, which is fair.
No, I didn't know that Phantom dude. Lou Young, I just knew he wasn't funny. And I don't remember the rest of the list. But nah. I guess Complex. I guess
Complex. That list was fucking trash. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was a garbage ass list. But we keep going to these lists for Complex. I guess this is what they do. I guess. Sure.
I guess. But moving on from that horrible trash list to some more trash stuff going on. Apparently, the MLB has suspended umpire Pat Hoberg for a reported gambling violation. But nobody knows what that violation is. They haven't explained it yet. They just said he's suspended, and they haven't. They removed him or whatever. And I don't believe he's refed or not ref, but I guess umped a game this entire season so far. What is the correct word? Is it like umpired? Is it umped? Is it refed? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's umped the game.
I don't know.
Or he hasn't been an umpire this season. He hasn't. Let me see. I literally just saw this. Damn. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, umpired.
Okay.
Has not umpired a game this season.
He hasn't umpired a game this season, and like we said, they haven't disclosed what this violation is, and this is sort of interesting because he's widely considered one of the best refs, or not refs, one of the best umpires in baseball, which is surprising because you don't really hear about, this guy, like in other sports, you don't hear about, he's such a good ref, or he's such a, like, normally when we talk about them, we're only complaining. So the fact that somebody who's well known for being good at their job is being accused of gambling is sort of crazy.
That is kind of crazy. And yeah, I think because at first it was like, yeah, he's about to get punished. Like the first statement I got was, yeah, he's about to get punished. And then everybody down the list, everybody that was like commenting on social media, it was like, what? Punished? But you're not gonna ban him? But you gonna ban all these other niggas? But
and like what you call it? Hoberg, he has denied that. He's like, hey, I haven't done nothing wrong. He's appealing this and everything. So
yeah,
we don't know what's going on because they haven't explained it. But like I think this is sort of interesting, and this is also another like interesting note because the MLB, I think it was last week or the week before, they suspended was it a pitcher or no? He was an infielder. His name is
Padres. From the Padres.
Yeah, for the Padres. Let me see if I can find his name real fast. This is a name on him. He's an infielder for the Padres. His name is Tuku Pita Marcano, something like that. Yeah. But he just received a lifetime ban from the MLB for placing more than $150,000 worth of bets between October 2022 and November 2023. He was only 24, so he had a lifetime ban. He can't never Sheesh. It's like what Jonte Porter situation, basically.
Damn, was that nigga 24 too?
I think was Jonte younger than MPJ or
Yeah,
Jonte
he's young. He was a year younger. I think Michael Porter's 25.
They're both 24. Interesting. What do we say about the when you become 24?
Bro, they will never let up, bro. Hey, yo, Jonte really maxed out at 24, nigga. He really did, bro. This argument of test of time, bro, he just keeps. Granted, I don't know how baseball like how that progression works. Like, I don't know what real peak is.
I mean, I feel like it sort of had to be the same because you could come out of high school in baseball too. Like, or not, you can't come out of high school, but you could come out mad young in baseball, just like the NBA. So it could sort of be the same. I don't know.
Yeah, damn, it could be. I'm not mad at it, but like I just feel like people don't have like their breakout years. Like I'd never really be seeing like no 23-year-old.
Yeah, they be in the minor leagues for a long time in baseball.
Yeah,
so
like 27 is when they start going crazy with it.
Yeah, the minor league sort of messes that clock up, but still.
True. Hey,
what are they doing? But we didn't talk about this before about how putting sports gambling and everything is going to cause something crazy is going to happen. We've been said this. We've been knew this was going to happen. So seeing all this in all these leagues, like we already seen it in the NFL a couple of times. I believe we saw it in the NCAA as well with football and basketball. Now we're seeing it in MLB. And the MLB has like a history of people. Maybe history is the wrong word, but there have been multiple people in the MLB who have bet on games. I think like what's the famous dude? Is it let me Google this real fast so I don't sound stupid. Okay, yeah, they got Pete Rose yeah, and he was clearly I think Pete Rose he's like one of the best baseball players ever, but he just happened to,
gamble on his team. Like gambled on himself.
Gambling on himself is crazy, but that is what he do. But yeah, now he's not in the Hall of Fame, and people hate him now. And I think he's like a conservative speaker or whatever now. So,
okay.
Yeah. So maybe it's for the best, but still, we've been new stuff like this is gonna happen, and we're not surprised at all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It'd be so funny, like watching some of this shit on YouTube. Like I think I looked up a clip on YouTube of somebody talking about it. Like, this umpire, with betting allegations. He was like, yeah, this message is brought to you by DraftKings. I was like, oh, this is okay. Or like when Sham, and we'll talk about Shams later today.
No, we can talk about Shams right now. Or we're not going to get all the way into it. But Shams, he works for a betting. He breaks news for the NBA, and he also works for a betting service. Is it DraftKings that he works for, or
I don't know if it's FanDuel or DraftKings. It's one of them.
No, it's for sure. It's FanDuel.
It's FanDuel. It's like, bro, like you cannot.
Because people can bet on like odds of like, oh, who's going to be this next time. Like that. That's something people can bet on, and then he can also influence that because he has like sources with the agents and he can leak stuff, and it's just like none of this is good. How is this not a conflict of interest?
No, it definitely is a conflict of interest because even last NBA draft, I didn't even think about this until like Charlotte Hornet niggas was trying to tell me about what was going on. I just didn't care about Scoot Henderson and all that shit. Like I just didn't care because Wemby was number one. But the fact that you could be Shams and say that it's like almost a consensus that Scoot Henderson is going number 2 as a tweet, and you work for FanDuel and niggas bet on who's getting picked, and the fact that shit flipped to Brandon Miller, in the words of Dr. Umar, you don't think that shit is suspicious, nigga? That's just kind of crazy that like that didn't get blown up out of proportion or anything. Like niggas, it took a Charlotte Hornet nigga to pull me to the side. Like, bro, you don't think that shit kind of crazy? Like, we said, I know my team is bad. Really process what happened. That nigga said this was going to happen, and you work for FanDuel, and I can go on FanDuel and just go off of what this nigga said.
Nah, bro,
that's crazy.
It's not good. It's not cool. Like none of this stuff should be happening, and yet here it is happening.
It's bad, bro.
But I mean, like we said Holberg had denied it, and maybe he's telling the truth. I don't know. I'm not trusting nobody with the word "hoe" in their name because he might do some hoe shit. So I don't know.
You calling Fat Holbert a whole ass nigga is hilarious. I'm not even.
Bro, it's in his name.
I mean, fair. I mean, I can't even defend it. You literally got a hoe in your name.
he got some hoe in him, bro.
A little hole in him is crazy. That's bad. So shit, fuck it. Like, where did you still want to go, Shams, or did you want to go to?
No, we can. We gotta pay our respects to our fallen ancestors. Even though he's not really an ancestor, because he could be an ancestor for you.
Nah,
probably not. Not for me though.
Chill out, my nigga.
I mean, you got your little light skin. I don't know what your ethnic breakdown is. So
I done got a little darker in these past couple pods. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you look at the January pod, you look at a pod right now, there's definitely some difference.
I'm actually go look. I'm gonna go see because you swear you're not light skinned like that for real.
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying like I feel like it's a little darker from January.
Nigga done turned his lighting down.
Not chill, nigga.
I see the games you're playing.
That's insane. Stop it.
Oh my gosh. But
right now.
We're making jokes, but we have to get serious for a second because NBA legend, Hall of Famer, the literal logo of the NBA, he has passed away. Rest in peace to Jerry West. He died. I actually should have looked up today. I do not remember. It was this week. I think it might have been Friday or Thursday, I believe. But he passed at 86.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's a long life. And he's one of the most influential figures in basketball, despite being an old white guy. I guess he wasn't old in his prime, but besides being an angry white guy. He, like we say, he's a logo. He had a Hall of Fame player. And then as an executive, he helped bring Kobe to the Lakers. He helped get Steph to the Warriors. He built multiple dynasties. He's like, we don't necessarily, when we do, when you think of like Mount Rushmore NBA players, I feel like he gets left off, and he's actually probably should be in everybody's Mount Rushmore, because when you think of Mount Rushmore, you're going to have like Michael and Kareem, Magic, Larry Bird, LeBron, stuff like that. But like Jerry West, the literal logo, he was responsible for
all of this shit.
All the shit. Like he brought Kobe to the Lakers, like you said. He helped build the Warriors dynasty. And I believe he started working with the Clippers as well. He was trying to build that into a dynasty, but you know how that goes with the Clippers.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely, bro.
He's for sure a Mount Rushmore player. He just does not get the love. And then you look at his career stats. He, for his career, averaged 27, 6, and 7. Like, and average 3 steals a game. He was cold.
And he used to check niggas. And like even at the age of 86, JJ Redick was trying to be slick with, about Jerry West, like I think a month ago, talking about Jerry West, he was cold, playing with plumbers. And that whole that clip was,
I do remember this, yeah.
And that nigga Jerry West was just like, nigga, you're a role player in today's age. I'm just saying, like, if you talking about, with all the technology and stuff, like, that y'all have now, you just still ended up being a role player, my nigga. And I was like, hey,
he sort of cooked him.
He kind of cooked, and that nigga was never afraid to. I remember he has some mad quotables. I remember he was just like, yeah, man. He was a nigga. Somebody was. I think somebody.
He was like everybody was always talking about how they got that dog in him and blah blah blah. He was like, well, I wasn't a dog, I was a wolf because we used to eat dogs.
Like my nigga.
That's cold. And he was the only one to ever win a Finals MVP despite being on the losing team. He never won a regular season MVP because he was playing in that Kareem, Bill Russell era. So like it was tough for him. But he got him a Finals MVP being on the losing team. He's the only person to ever do that, which is absolutely insane.
And he should be the only nigga to ever do that because I don't want a finals MVP fucking loser.
Nah, you should. Yeah,
So
nah.
fucking crazy. I'm gonna let you have it because you passed away. RIP to you.
He must have really been cooking. I'm not. You can't even lie about that.
I think that was probably like one of the. But I think that's like probably one of the first years that they had like finals MVP. So it was like some trial and error shit. But nigga, I am so sorry.
I'm looking during that MVP. He averaged 38 points, 5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists.
Luka can push this shit to 7 games and average 70 points. My next reaction when they fucking lose is, okay, is it Jaylen Brown or Drew Holiday? Let me know. Because I'm not giving that shit to a loser. I'm sorry, nigga. You're a loser. Don't do that.
Even though he was cooking?
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. The only closest one that you could probably make an argument for was probably like LeBron in 2015. When he lost Kyrie and K Love and was still averaging like 45 or something or 50, but still, like, bro, get that shit to Iguodala.
No, I'm looking at because they played the Celtics during this finals. This is when the Bill Russell ones, of course.
That nigga hate the Celtics.
Yeah, but he should have for sure won the Finals MVP because the next best player on the Celtics was John Havlicek. He averaged 28 and 11. Bill Russell averaged 9 points, but 21 rebounds, which is insane. Like,
you know what? White man for white man, I'm not mad. Because giving that shit to John Havlicek, it's John Havlicek. I'm not.
And Jerry was outplaying him the entire time.
Right. That's the exception to the rule. I'll give it. Like I said, Jerry West, you can have it. This is not a president moving forward, though. I'm sorry. We're not doing that.
Yeah, nobody should ever, unless you're doing something absolutely crazy. And like we say, if Luka averaged 70 points the rest of this game or the rest of this finals, and everybody else just can't get him to win, then yes, he deserves it because his team was absolutely letting him down. But that's not gonna happen because be so serious.
Be fucking for real. And I've never seen an older black man ever talk bad about Jerry West. Because you know how like some people like back in the day, like they'll talk about like, especially during like Jerry West era, just like, okay, it's the Bob Cousy era. You be looking at them niggas like, I like you Bob Cousy, but like, nigga, because even Larry Bird had to like prove himself to some of these like, niggas in the league. Like they was trying his ass. He was trying his ass. And I feel like with Jerry West, like he always got like validation from the black people.
Like, when you called, bro.
You called. That's I ain't never heard a bad thing about Jerry West in my life. And that's saying a lot for an old ass white man at the age of 86. And he's somebody that said, I don't want to be alive to see another Celtics championship. And that is crazy.
He checked out. He checked out right in time.
That's crazy. Losing him and Bill Walton in a 2-week span is kind of crazy though for the American white community.
Yeah, they're going through it right now.
Tough for this. I ain't gonna lie, it's getting tough for them. Getting pretty tough. But yeah, RIP to Jerry West. You will be missed. You are the logo.
You think they're gonna? Well, I mean, you think they should change the logo? I know that was a talk when Kobe passed that they should have made it Kobe. But where did you stand on that?
I think I feel like the logo has just been too popularized. Like this is all I know is Jerry West. Even though Jerry West hates being a logo, he's like, I did not want to be that.
I don't think he ever even got paid for it. They didn't even. I think they never officially said, "Oh yes, this logo is Jerry West," even though it was
like nigga, but we see it.
Yeah, which is
the Cat Williams. Nigga, do you know I can see you?
Nah, it's actually messed up how they acted like it wasn't him, even though it clearly was. But still,
it's clearly him because he's a silhouette. But at the same time, like I feel like any other logo would kind of be corny. Like I wouldn't want no Michael Jordan logo.
No, it's too late for it to be Michael Jordan. Yeah. Michael already has his own thing.
Yeah, and like a Kobe logo, what would that look like? A turnaround?
I think it was like his fadeaway.
A fadeaway that looked like Mike's? I mean, look.
But you wouldn't associate it with Mike though, because when you think of a Mike Jordan logo, you think of the logo.
I mean, I guess I'm just somebody that's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you think it look ugly, then okay, then maybe.
Fair enough.
But Look, fuck it. It's Jerry West. Because when are we ever gonna talk about Jerry West again outside of the logo?
Hey, that could be true.
Give that nigga some legacy. give that nigga some bail.
They should make the logo Brian Windhorst.
The way that nigga ethered it, I ain't gonna lie.
That picture of Brian Windhorst I sent you, that should be the logo.
No, stop, bro. Stop it right now.
Oh my god.
White ass logo. This is crazy.
Brian Windhorst can't look like that in real life. I'm sorry. I need to see him in real life.
Do you want to see him in real life?
I have to run into. There's no way he looks like that in real life.
I want to know his height. That's gonna tell me everything.
Oh no! I bet he's. I hope he's not short. I hope he's not short.
Oh my god! Why is it so hard to find this nigga's height?
That's how you know he's short. That's how you know he's short.
Fuck.
Because if he was like 6, I don't think he's 6'3", but if he was 6'3", everybody would be like, "Oh, Brian Williams is 6'3". But no, he's probably like 5'6". Oh my goodness, how tall is Brian Williams?
I think he's 6'1".
Oh, praise God, that's a normal height.
Well, he couldn't have been too crazy short because Stephen A is a little tall and he's not too far away from Stephen A.
Okay.
Yo, I see a Reddit right now from 2 years ago. He said, "Does Brian Windhorst have health issues? I seriously don't get how he is so fat."
All right, bro.
Gotta stop. He was like, this is 2 years ago. He was like, he sent a link on YouTube. It was like, the initial camera angle, right when you press play, my guy got rolls on the back of his head. Don't tell me this is the average American. I was like,
this is terrible.
This is crazy.
And the only picture of Brian Windhorst I see are him standing next to NBA players. So I can't, like, they're all 6'8". I can't figure out his height from there.
Even A? Fuck. The Shannon Sharp is a little bit on the shorter side. Not too crazy short, but he's like 5'10" or something.
Shannon Sharp is like 6'3".
That nigga is not no fucking 6'3".
Yes, he is. He was a tight end in the NFL.
That nigga was not no 6'3", bro.
Yes, he is. What are you talking about?
He wasn't no goddamn. He's 6'2". My fault, OG.
You never see him stand next to people?
No, because he's always next to fucking LeBron. I can't tell that nigga height.
When all that stuff was happening with John Morant and them, he was standing next to them. He wasn't. I mean, he was shorter than like Steven Adams, but he was like John Morant height.
Bro, he wasn't close to nobody like crazy for me to be like, oh, okay, this nigga is kind of tall.
Man, whatever. But like we said, we can't find a picture of Brian Windhorst sitting next to Stephen A. But anyway, we brought up Brian Windhorst because Game 3 of the finals, the Mavericks, they lost in an embarrassing fashion. And a lot of that loss was put, I don't know if it was rightfully so, I don't know if it was wrongfully so, but a lot of that loss was put on Luka Doncic and his absolute lack of defense. Now, Luka, he had a good game because, he had 27 points, he had 6 rebounds, he had 6 assists, but he also had 6 fouls because his idiotic self decided to commit 4 fouls within like the span of like 5-6 minutes, and he fouled out while trying to draw a horrible if you're at 5 fouls, don't try to draw a charge, especially on a drive by Jaylen Brown. It just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't the smartest, it wasn't the highest basketball IQ play to make. But anyway, Luka, he fouled out. And after the game, Brian Windhorst, he had a lot to say.
That nigga really did crash out. That nigga Luka really crashed out. And let me tell you right now, Brian Windhorst crashed out too.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect that Luka fell onto the ground there in an unacceptable position to put himself in with 4 minutes left with 5 fouls, and then immediately looks at the bench and says, "You better bleeping challenge it," as if it's the bench's fault that he just made a terrible play. I'm standing here in the Mavericks tunnel. Over there is the Celtics tunnel. That's where the winners are. If Luka's ever going to be a winner,
that's a bar.
He's going to have to use what happened in this final. a learning experience. His defensive performance is unacceptable. He is a hole on the court. The Celtics are attacking him. They are ahead in this series because they have attacked him defensively. And you've got a situation here where Luka is complaining about the officiating. They have begged him. They have talked with him. They have pleaded with him. He is costing his team because of how he treats the officials. He's a brilliant player. He does so many things well. They are here because of how he did. His performance in this game is unacceptable, and the reason why the Mavericks are not going to win. He's got to get over this. The fact that he came out after the game and blamed the officials showed me he's nowhere close yet. So maybe over the summer, somebody will get to him because nobody with the Mavericks or anybody else in his life has. And that's where the Mavericks are at this point. They're never going to get to this tunnel with the trophy if he doesn't improve those aspects of his game.
A fucking bar. This nigga Scott Van Pelt don't even know what the fuck to say to that. It's a fucking mic drop. That's a fucking mic drop. Even regardless of how niggas feel about Luka, that nigga just went ballistic.
Nah, if I was Luka, like that would, like, yes, what he was saying, there were some valid criticisms, but like, and I know he didn't really bring his family into it, but he was like, if anybody in his life, I was like, that would make me start to like, if I was Luka, that made me like start to tweak a little bit. Like, what did you just say?
Nigga hit a little eye twitch.
Yeah, like, that would make me mad. That would make me mad.
And honestly, looking at that video, bro, it's hard to tell, bro. I just can't see him being. What I just saw versus the picture that you showed me yesterday. I just feel like the math. There's no way, unless you're telling me he like one of them SpongeBob characters with the big.
Thank you. That's why I was like, he can't be that. He can't be that big. That picture has to be fake, but it didn't look fake. Like it looked like it was taken off with like a TV. So like nobody's really photoshopping that. So I need to see Brian Windhorst in person, bro. I need to know how what do you look like in real life, bro?
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. But I will say this. What Luka did in game 3 was so fucking idiotic. Keep in mind, he had one foul in the first half. He committed 4 fouls in the fourth quarter alone.
And he fouled out with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the game. So there was still plenty of game to go. They weren't. I think they're only down like maybe like a basket.
You were down a bucket. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, when I saw that, I was like, that's... And then he was like, challenge it. And they challenged it because you have to, but like, that's obvious the foul. Like,
we gonna phrase it correctly. That nigga looked at the bench and said, you better fucking challenge that. Which is crazy. That's a totally different phrase to me than challenge that. Yeah. Am I right or am I wrong?
You are not wrong.
Because if you look at the bench and you look at the coaches having saying you better fucking challenge that, I'm like, hold on, man.
On a foul, you commit like everybody said that. You tripped him. Like you weren't gonna stop him regardless.
You did that. What the fuck? Come on now, a whole bunch of frustration fouls out here bitching, moaning, and complaining. But at the same time, you're the reason that the Mavs are here. So you know.
It's a very, very interesting balance because, like, you want to, like, Windhorst, he was saying maybe nobody, whether it be players, coaches, people in his life, has gotten to him about it. Like, you know, it's probably sort of hard to reason with Luka because he's so good. And they're like, hey, man, you got to stop doing all this crying and blah, blah, blah to the ref. Just shut up and play. And in his head, he's like, this is how I've been doing it forever. And it's been working because I'm Luka Doncic. So, like, right. I can see where Windhorst is coming from with that. And, I mean, for what it's worth, he bounced back in game 4. He bounced back in game 4.
Yeah, and I guess for me, it's just like, and I think somebody mentioned this. Maybe it's Omar from the Let's Keep It Above podcast. He was like, you know, the expectation for Luka is so high. Like that nigga has extreme expectations. So even when you have a game 3 where it's like, yeah, Luka wasn't Luka or whatever, and it's just like that's still 27, 7 or whatever. He said I did an experiment. He was like, if I texted you randomly on the night and said, oh my God, Luka's going off, what are you expecting? Like, what's your first thought?
If you say Luka's going off and then like obviously into like end of the game type shit, that's at least 30, 35 plus. Because
nah, you're thinking like 40. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's why I said 30. Like I want to be generous and like realistic, but like
Because if we're being honest, if you say anything between, if you're saying 30,
30 is not going off for Luka. It's like that's a Luka game. Like, it's a good game, but I'm just like it's Luka. So you
if you
expect
say 35, like, oh my God, Luka's going the fuck off, and it's 35, my first reaction is, oh shit, did he score 23 in the fourth? Like,
something like that. Yeah.
I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just like, damn. And the nigga still what, 25? So it's just like, bro, like the expectation, like, of course he's gonna have you know, road bumps, speed bumps, whatever. And I agree with some people. I don't know if Bomani said this, but somebody else said this. Like, this might be like LeBron's 07 right here. You know what I mean? Like he'll get to the finals. This is his first finals.
They're not as bad as that LeBron 07 team, bro. And then I don't know if they can get back because the NBA is just getting tougher and tougher, bro. Like everybody's, I think, at least the West. Everybody in the West is going to be so much better next season, I believe. Like the West is going to be a bloodbath.
It's going to be, and I feel like it's always going to be a bloodbath. But I just don't see a time where that's going to keep the Mavericks out of the playoffs.
I mean, hey, they might make the playoffs, but like we said, who's going to get better? The Grizzlies, they're going to be back, and they're going to probably either going to add like a high draft pick or trade and get like a real deal veteran. OKC still going to be good, and they barely like squeak by OKC. I talk a lot about the Rockets being trash, but they're going to be better. Wemby, he's like the Spurs probably won't be good next year, but when it's their time, it's going to be their time. The Nuggets are still cold. The Timberwolves are still going crazy. Like everybody's getting better.
And everybody's not getting better. Niggas are getting worse. The Warriors will be buns.
The Warriors still got Steph Curry, so you can't never. After that last year, you can't never really count them all the way out just off the strength of Steph. I do get what you're saying, though. I do get what you're saying.
But that being said, they're not going to get better.
Okay. Fair enough.
They can stay to whatever they are, but they're not getting better. Not with Draymond.
I see what you're saying.
And Klay Thompson just took all of his Golden State stuff off his IG. So
really,
they're probably going to leave. That's something I saw, I think, last night. I meant to put that on the docket, actually. Damn. It's another topic we can talk about. You don't follow the Warriors yesterday. So that'll be interesting to see where that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix is not going to get better. I'm sorry. They're not.
Yeah, I didn't even want to talk about that. The only way they get better is if one of that big three has to leave.
They would have to trade KD to get somewhat better. Nobody else is going to give you they're not getting better. And
I don't think they're gonna trade KD. I want them to, but I don't think they will. Just because I don't think their owner's a good owner.
Which means they're not going to get better. And the Lakers aren't going to get better. They're not going to get better. I'm sorry. Until LeBron retires, and even when he retires, they're going to get worse. So
then go ahead, shout that team.
Those are three teams that we just left up out of there. And
but them young, like I'm saying, no, them young teams are coming up. So they're gonna get better. That's what I'm just saying. Like the West is going to be so much harder.
It's going to get tougher, but I can still see the Mavericks getting back to the finals at least one more times. If I'm generous, two. But that's about it. This is not
tough. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I can see them getting back one more time though. I can see on some Dirk shit. Like, okay, you lost in 06. We'll get it back in 11.
Because I'm looking at the teams right now and who's going to because we said the Warriors, the Lakers, the Suns, they're not going to get better. But the Kings,
you think the Kings are going to get better?
Possibly.
Okay.
The Pelicans, if Zion is healthy,
we've been saying
that's a big if. But hey, the Pelicans, the Pelicans haven't reached their peak at all. The Grizzlies, they're going to be better. The Rockets, they're going to be better. The Spurs, like we said, not next year, but maybe like the year after that when Wemby's in his final form and they got him some real deal NBA players around him. The Timberwolves, they're here now. They've arrived. The Nuggets are going to be good as long as Jokic is there. The Thunder are here right now. They've arrived.
Fucking here, yeah.
So like we said, the West is gonna be tough. But anyway, we talk all this about the future. We didn't even talk about Game 4 where the Mavericks.
Niggas didn't even talk about the Clippers.
we don't know about the Clippers, bro. Stop. You saw Joel Embiid try to get like he was talking to Paul George, trying to convince him to come to the Sixers.
Nah, because I saw a nasty comment afterwards. I saw a nasty retweet. He was like, "Damn, that I work now, huh?" I'm like, "That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy."
All right, but game 4, the Mavericks managed to blow out the Celtics 122-84.
A 38-point win.
And I'm being nobody cared, bro. Nobody.
When you're down 3-0, look.
If you win Game 6, then we can, or if you win Game 5, then we can have some real conversations.
Yeah, you got to go back to Boston and get your shit off
because right now I'm not feeling it. Like everybody on the Celtics, they sort of melded in. The leading scorer was Jason Tatum with a whopping 15 points. Like Jaylen Brown, he had 10. Drew Holiday had 10 points. Derek White had 6. Al Horford had 3. Like
they started subbing niggas out in the third quarter, bro.
Yeah, that was mailing it in. Like everybody on the Celtics who wasn't Kristaps Porzingis played. Like they exhausted their entire bench. And then I guess same thing with the Mavs or whatever because it was a blowout. But
yeah.
Luka he had himself a solid game, 29, 5 and 5. Although he missed every single 3-point shot he attempted. Kyrie he had 21. And they sort of led the way. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 15 points. Didn't think that was possible.
They kept showing the camera to his dad, and I was like, "Damn, I forgot this nigga would be on the roster for real." Like he be shooting. Do you want to see more of him?
Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Yeah.
No, he's not good.
I didn't want to.
Shut up! No.
Shut up! No.
I don't think unless Tim Hardaway is a guaranteed 5 made 3-pointers every game, then no.
5.
That's what he did last game.
What if it's like 4, like 3 or 4, like guaranteed though?
Depends on how many he shoots.
7.
3 for 7, I can live with. Now if he's going 3 for 10, no, we can't.
3 for 10 is crazy.
We can't do that. But 3 for 7, I'm fine. And it depends on when they are. If it's 3 threes in the first half and then you just done for the rest of the game, just over 4, I'm gonna be a little pissed off. But if you save all them shots for like clutch moments in like the second half, then cool. But we can't. That's not how the NBA works. That's not how life works. We can't predict when he makes those threes. So no, I would not like to see more Tim Hardaway.
Shout out to Dante Exum.
Yeah, but what do you think the Mavs can pull this off? Honestly,
being honest, no.
Yeah.
No, you can't. But I would love it to happen because the finals has been kind of lackluster, and I didn't expect it to be lackluster on the Dallas Mavericks side that has Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving that's been giving us a lot of highlighted moments throughout the whole playoffs, starting from the first round when they played. So it was just kind of disappointing to see that side just not be entertaining at all. But that doesn't, that's not a knock on Boston because shout out to my nigga Derek White. Nigga cold. Nigga been shooting.
I don't think lackluster has been the word for it for me because I feel like the games have been good when they're good, if that makes sense. Because like eventually, like even game 1, like it started off crazy. The Celtics were getting stomped out. They were down by like 20 in the first half or first quarter or whatever. Then they end up closing it and making it a game sort of in the second half before the Celtics end up pulling away. And that's sort of been like the theme for most of their games in the playoffs, minus this last one where the Mavs won. So I feel like they have been good games. It's just it's like they're both sprinting, but the Mavericks just run out of endurance every single time. Like they get mad close and then just they're gassed. They can't, like, not saying they're tired, but just in this analogy, they just they can't do it at the end.
Or they'll just do like game 3 would have been the perfect example of like, okay, had Luka just not
for sure. I think they would have won game 3 if Luka didn't foul out.
The close game that we've been talking about, like when Kyrie would just go bad for bad with SGA during those like heated moments. Like we had the potential to have like real life heated moment in Game 3, and then you fucked it up because now Kyrie got to be, an extra nigga.
And Kyrie good, but he can't lift that whole team. Like the rest of the team isn't that good. Like because Dallas still don't have that legitimate third scorer, which is really what they need.
Yeah, and PJ Washington wasn't shooting at the same kind of clip he was these past couple rounds. So, a lot of people were kind of blaming the Timberwolves for what we've been seeing in the finals because they beat the Nuggets, and I think that's the main overarching like thing for me this playoff. Like this playoffs kind of summarized that it's been nothing like it's been all about matchups.
Yeah,
it's been all about matchups because I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I think the Nuggets was just a bad matchup for the Timberwolves. But them niggas probably that shit would have been food for the Celtics. They would have been able to, take the Celtics for real. I think it would have been Nuggets and maybe 5 or 6, maybe. Because who the fuck is really going to stop Jokic?
Nobody on that
and you
team.
got consistent niggas like Aaron Gordon and consistent niggas like Jamal Murray. Like they're not going to get cold like that. Like I've never seen a cold stretch from the Nuggets.
Jokic won't really let them get cold.
Exactly.
And even if they do get cold, he won't be cold because, like, they'll try to cut everybody else water off. Jokic can still go for 50 if he needs to.
And low key,
he just don't be wanting to.
And low key, I think the Timberwolves is just a good match. I think was a good matchup for the Celtics.
I think everybody like
right there,
all of like the remaining or not, I shouldn't say top, or I guess like top 4 in the West. Like the remaining last 4 teams in the West, they would have been better matchups than the Mavericks. I feel like the Thunder could have been a better matchup. The Timberwolves and the Nuggets they all would play the Celtics a little bit better.
Yeah, and like I said, Porzingis definitely makes a difference for sure.
For sure.
So
and if I really don't think he's going to be able to come back the rest of the series. But if he does,
available, but I don't know what the fuck that means for real.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to come back, but if he does come back, depending on how like healthy he is, he might make it. Like if he comes back how he was towards the end of Game 2 where he got hurt. Like if he was like that, how he was sort of wobbly and all that, it won't really matter. But if he is maybe even like at an 80%, then I think it's wraps for the Mavs. Hell, even if he's not there at all, it still might be wraps for the Mavs, to be honest.
What I want is a 2023 Celtics versus Miami Heat kind of ordeal that happened where you're up 3-0 and you force a game 7. The Celtics just end up coming back and forcing the game 7. The Mavericks don't have to win. I just would like for them to make this a series.
And I think I might have said this during the Timberwolves series as well, where it was like, hey, if you're down 3-0, we was like, either just let it be a sweep or make history, because we don't really need that, gentlemen sweep stuff.
Exactly.
So if there is, and I know I said this about the Timberwolves too, if there is a team that can do it, it'd be a team with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, Kyrie Irving that's never lost an elimination game.
And I'm gonna be
honest. If Kyrie wins, if he runs off, if they run off 4 straight, Kyrie still never lost the elimination. That would be insane.
That would be kind of crazy. And yeah, those conversations about Luka would be fucking insane.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Jesse do tricks on it, nigga. This is gonna be insane.
I just feel like it's so amazing how he was like, man, if Luka wins, he'll be better than KD. And now look.
If he pulls this off, it's gonna be a lot of co-signers. I ain't gonna hold you, nigga.
I don't care because they're all wrong. I don't care. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's bad. So like when I talk about the Mavs, like, yo, please, for the love of God, what I said about the Timberwolves does not apply to you, Dallas Mavericks. I don't care that you don't win this. Push it to extra games, God damn it. Because whether niggas want to believe it or not, or face reality, after this round, we not gonna have basketball for some months, nigga.
It's only like a month because the Olympics.
Ooh, fair. But still, man, like close the gap a little bit, my nigga. Like close the gap, nigga. I'm mad that we got to do this every other day, shit. Every 2-3 days, nigga. But you know, WNBA has been filling a little bit of the void, kind of, sort of. But you know what I mean. It's not the same. But we'll see. Honestly, in your opinion, how many games does it go? Does it end in 5? Does it end in 6?
For sure, it for sure ends in 5.
It for sure ends in 5.
I mean,
It depends. It depends on how Paul Pierce entered that motherfucking arena. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
That nigga came in there zooted last time, so we'll see.
I think he's gonna be 10 times worse this next game.
He gotta be.
They're gonna wheelchair him in. They're gonna bring him in on a stretcher to his seat.
They ain't won a chip since that nigga. I know that nigga going crazy. He gonna be unbearable.
You know, did you hear about Paul? I think he said he never met Larry Bird.
Yeah, because Larry Bird don't fuck with the Boston Celtics or some shit like that.
That's so crazy. Like, I never met you. That's like Kobe not meeting Magic. Like, what?
And like that's the same position. They're both small forwards.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Never meeting Larry Bird is insane. That's
like, literally like the most recognizable face like for the Boston Celtics.
That's insane. That's like that's Shea not meeting KD and Russ, like, because they've seen like what? Like that don't make sense. That's weird.
Like not even in the court, like just in life. I've never in my life seen this person.
And they've had to have been at places similar before.
He was head coaching for the Pacers at some point.
And then there was all that like the NBA 75. I don't know, it's just crazy how he hasn't met Larry Bird.
It's crazy.
Like, that don't make no sense.
Kind of crazy. I ain't gonna hold you.
Golly.
That's wild, man. Shout out to Paul Pierce. Down to Paul Pierce. What else we got?
We got to talk about meet the Shams, bro.
Meet the Shams. I will say they tried to put that Meet the Grams beat on the Brian Windhorst thing. It just didn't hit the same. And sometimes you just got to keep everything works with Ether. Not everything works with Meet the Grams.
Like Meet the Grams, you have to have the correct tone for it. Like Windhorst is too aggressive for Meet the Grams. You have to be sort of like not sad, but like a little bit softer in your approach. Sound like I don't know, maybe like you care a little bit.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit of empathy behind your voice. Because it starts with, Dear Don, it's like you're telling your child, please don't be like your father. Like bro. Like
that song is so disrespectful, but it's great advice for like.
Yeah,
like, he's gonna listen to it one day. Like even though Drake probably don't want it, he's gonna listen to it one day. He's gonna be like, "Wow, this is good."
He probably already listened to it. He probably had already heard the shit. How can you avoid that?
Isn't he like 3 years old or something like that?
Huh?
Isn't he like 3 years old or something?
No, nigga. It's like 19. It's like 7, probably.
Really?
Because the Scorpion dropped in 2018, and by that time, like the baby was already here.
Oh shit! I guess you're right. I didn't know how old he was.
I'm guesstimating, but I know that quick math. That nigga can talk, and if you can talk, you can listen. And YouTube, everybody got YouTube, nigga. I'm sorry, you probably listened to that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I was listening to some shit I was not supposed to be listening to, when I was 6 and 7 years old too. So,
hey, fair enough.
Why the fuck was I listening to 50 Cent at the age of 6? Not knowing what the fuck Candy. Huh?
Nothing. We can continue.
This is crazy. That's crazy.
But yeah, I don't really understand. Like, I brought this topic up, or at least Greg, he put it on the docket so we could talk about it. But I still am confused on the Shams and Woj, whatever, beef. Because I get their competitors, their rivals. But like, why do they hate each other so much?
It's just kind of, I think it's competition, but I feel like behind closed doors, some of this stuff behind closed doors, people can get real shiesty. So I don't know. But I think the only reason why people were even talking about Woj was because he dropped the Dan Hurley news. Like the way Shams did JJ Redick, it was almost like these niggas about to sign any minute now. Like this can be
Fair
like
enough. When it was announced, it did sort of feel like that.
Yeah.
Which I'm still. Please don't. No, JJ Redick, don't agree to that contract. Lakers, don't try to sign. It just won't be. He needs a better place, bro. Don't do him like that.
Yeah.
He gonna be the coach of the Cavs, and LeBron's going there. It's gonna happen, bro. LeBron's retiring Cavalier, bro. It's gonna happen.
And when he did that, and then when Woj just drops this shit like in the middle of the night of, oh no, actually, Dan Hurley should be signing any fucking minute while we here, and I got contract numbers for you. 5 years, 70 million is what we thinking. It's just like, oh shit. He checking your card, nigga. What you gonna do? Swing back, nigga. Shams had to put that little leather jacket on after Dan, drop X, Y, and Z. It's like, okay, bet, Dan didn't take the money, which I'm glad. I'm glad Dan Hurley went back to UConn.
I really don't know.
So happy that he went back to UConn.
I don't know what coach is gonna. I don't know who the Lakers are gonna hire. I feel like no matter what, people aren't gonna be happy.
Nobody's gonna be consistent. Nobody has been consistent. Happy since Phil Jackson, and he had to win a chip before that. Yeah. But apparently, to you Lakers niggas, one chip ain't good enough because Frank Vogel still found his way up out of there. So
are you playing? They should still have Frank Vogel right now. Frank Vogel is not a bad coach, but everybody keeps firing him, bro. Like, it is what it is.
But that's what happens when you're a defensive-minded coach. They hate defensive-minded coaches. I feel like that's
Frank Vogel he's done nothing but legitimately be a good coach, and he keeps getting fired. But hey, welcome to this. Is how black people feel.
Yeah, every defensive coach, people feel a certain way about them. Mike Brown. Well, Mike Brown, he gets some good PR now. But there was a moment where there was like, Mike Brown, I don't know.
Even now that the Kings, they don't want to re-sign him. They're saying he's asking for too much. He only makes like $8.5 million or something like that.
They was about to give Dan Hurley 12.8 a year.
And Mike Brown, he just won Coach of the Year.
And revitalized the Sacramento Kings, who have been in poverty for the last 17 fucking years.
Exactly.
After you traded away Tyrese Halliburton.
He had them lighting the beam and everything. But did they do that anymore or no? Did they stop?
I don't know. They need to redo that shit. They need to keep doing it.
It was cool. It was cool.
And the fact he's saying they're asking for too much, nigga, it took y'all too long to get back to the fucking playoffs. Fuck is you give that black man some money.
For real.
What is you talking about?
And like the Kings team, like they're still not that good. Like he's just overachieving with them. So
yes, a team that has not made the playoffs in 17 years until last year.
Mm-hmm.
You see, look at this shit, man. But let it be Tom Thibodeau.
Let's see how they do us.
You know what I mean? They not like us. That's what they saying.
Oh my goodness.
They using that song against us now. It's just fucking crazy. But yeah. All in all, I don't understand the hate. I don't understand the beef for real, but it is what it is.
It is funny though.
It is. It's actually hilarious. And speaking of coaches, I did mention that Darvin Ham is joining forces with Sir Doc Rivers in Milwaukee.
It'd be nasty. This is a nasty coaching tree.
hands in his pockets, Ham. And Doc.
I mean, wasn't Darvin, who did he assistant coach for before? Or was he assistant coach before?
He had to be. I feel like he was. Let's look up this. What coaching tree did he come from? I want to know.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, he used to be with the Bucks before. That's all. Like it sounds familiar, but yeah, he was with the Bucks. Then he took the Lakers job, and now he's back with the Bucks. So,
okay, so this is like home for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not mad at it.
He was also a assistant coach for the Lakers from 2011 to 2013. So I guess that was the connection that they made. For them. Okay.
Did he win a championship with the Bucks?
He had to, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He got. Okay. Yeah. So
He got some jewelry on him.
yeah, they're familiar with him. They're gonna like it. So it should. Hopefully, it works out for him.
They should have never got rid of Adrian Griffin. I'm so sorry, bro.
They literally never gave him a chance, bro. We still don't know if he's a good coach or not. Nobody knows if he's a good coach. He never got a chance.
He's going to be one of the rare cases where I feel like we'll never find out. Because I don't like.
Watch the Lakers hire him.
Watch them niggas win. Watch them niggas win with Adrian Griffin. Because if I'm Milwaukee, I'm sick. And I'm looking at Giannis a little crazy. Like, nigga, fuck you.
That would be funny.
Oh, God. That would be funny. All right. Is it about that time or is it about that time?
All right. My hot take is that, and I don't know if I've said this before, but I still do believe it, so it's cool. I don't think that the NBA should have 2 conferences. I think it should be 3.
You've never said this.
I've never said this before.
To me, this is new information. I've never.
Oh dang! I thought I said this before. Because like I initially like learned about this idea, this theory, what have you, back like I don't even know. Maybe when I was in high school, and how that the NBA should have 3 divisions. Let me see if I can find, because there's like a whole map and everything like that. But it should have 3 conferences: the Western, the Eastern, and the Central Conference. And I think that will work. And for the playoffs, you just take the 16 best teams, no matter where they are, and make them into that thing. Let me see. There we go. We have the proposed realignment. All right. So it's saying that there should be, like I said, 3 conferences. And the Western is OKC, Portland, Utah, Denver, Minnesota, and Golden State, Sacramento, the Lakers, the Clippers, and Phoenix. The Eastern Conference would be Toronto, New York, Brooklyn, Philly, Boston, Atlanta, Miami, Orlando, Charlotte, and Washington. In the Central, Chicago, Milwaukee, Indiana, Detroit, Cleveland, Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, New Orleans, and Memphis. That Central Conference is going to, like this.
Oh my fucking God.
That Southwest division, that
sounds fucking
crazy.
Depressing, bro. My God.
That's going to be tough, but I think that just makes sense more from a logistic standpoint as far as travel, because it pisses me off every time I see like the NBA conferences and I see like the Pelicans. They're in the Western Conference. They're very much an Eastern team. I don't get why the Pelicans are there. I don't get why
I don't know why Memphis is a Western team.
Yeah, every time I see that, it pisses me off. So I just think this whole 3 conference would be better. And then you, like we said, you get the best teams, period. And I think that's really what matters.
It's like 1 through 16.
Yeah.
I had this sentiment, but like not the 3 conferences. I've had it where it was like, yo, get the best record, like fuck the conference shit.
Mm-hmm.
1 seed plays 16 so that you have your best teams playing in the finals. I think that was during the time where we was abusing the fuck out of that Cavaliers-Warriors matchup for like 4 straight years. Yeah. And I was just like, the title was decided in the Western Conference when the Warriors beat the Rockets. Because that was their best chance of anybody stopping that fucking team.
That's true.
You know, that's when I was just like, niggas should have just, I don't give a fuck about, I know LeBron gonna fucking lose. And then J.R. Smith did what he did. And I'm like, you see, look at this shit. This nigga dropped 50. I don't give a fuck no more.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my first time hearing somebody say a 3rd conference. And I'm intrigued. I like it. I like the idea.
Yeah, I think it'll be tough. It makes more sense. It's visually more appealing to look at, and we get the correct team in the playoffs. So I think it should be 3 conferences.
I think this might be nominated for hot take of the year, man. This is a strong one. It's a strong take. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. Nah, man. I agree. I have no issues with it.
You said no notes.
All right, man. We're gonna check the nice and quick. I'm not gonna lie to you. We overuse the word elite. I think the word elite is over fucking used.
Yes.
So I'm tired of hearing people, oh, this is elite talent. Oh, he's an elite shooter. Oh, no, they're not. Especially when we start talking about high school prospects. I bring this up because I think Kion Anthony was hooping in like the top 100 or top 100 camp or whatever. And he scored like 35 points. He had like 35. And niggas was kind of getting on his ass a little bit because he scored 35 on 40 shot attempts. That's fucking crazy.
It wasn't 40. 39.
39. Basically 40 because I round that bitch up. That is fucking insane. I don't give a fuck about what. I don't care, nigga. And then I think the next day he followed up with an efficient 35 or 38, and niggas was in the on Twitter like, y'all shot efficiency niggas real quiet today. Yes, because he didn't shoot fucking 40 shots. When you're not even a top 10 player in the thing, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I think Kyle, he's gonna end up being up there.
He gonna be cold. No, I'm saying he gonna be cold. But you only shoot like 40 like that when your name is LeBron James and you play for Vincent St. Mary and you ain't got other niggas that's coming to the league. Like, there's gonna be more niggas in the league. Like, why? I need to see your assists. I need to see your rebounds. I need to see all that shit. And you out here balling like your last name is Arenas.
If they was cold, they would have passed it to him.
They did pass it to him.
I mean, if they was cold, he would have passed it to them.
Carmelo played with a few cold niggas.
Hey, man.
That didn't stop that nigga from shooting, bro. I'm sorry.
Melo ain't never shot 39 points. 39 shots and only had one assist. I don't think he never did that. Like that specific combination, I don't think it's happened. He might have shot 38 shots and only had one assist, but I don't think 39.
39 is crazy. And I was like, my biggest thing is 39 is crazy. Bro, he's an elite volume shooter. That's
what does that mean? It's not a thing.
What does that mean? He's not elite at that.
I mean, he's elite at taking a lot of shots. That's what that means. How is that like
an elite shot chucker? I don't know what the fuck that means, my nigga. That's my hot take. I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying.
Okay, an elite volume, that's not a thing. Shut up.
How about some elite efficiency? How about that, nigga? How about that? And I didn't want to go on Kanye like that. It's just mainly we overuse the word elite in everything that we talk about. If I don't compare somebody like Kanye, like he's Shaq height with Kyrie handles, now I'm a hater. If I don't say he resembles somebody like a Sean Marion on defense. And I'm just saying shit in general.
Yeah.
Bro, stop it. Stop using the word elite for everybody. If the amount of people that you called elite were truly elite, that would just be the new norm. And the word elite would be raised even higher. Stop calling niggas elite. Stop being so generous with this fucking word, bro.
You're not wrong. And next week we'll tackle that generational word because
oh my nigga, yes.
That's thrown around even more.
Yes, I think somebody was like, "Yo, in the midst of us trying to give people their flowers, we have no choice but to start lying." And I was like, "Yes, yes, we're starting to lie in the midst of just okay.
Yeah,
he's a great player. Just say it. Just leave it at that." But we gonna talk. We gonna talk about the generational word. We might have a 30-minute segment on that, nigga. You might really be right. But that's it for this week. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, keep liking these videos, keep commenting. The racist, the non-racist, all the engagement, isn't good engagement, but still engage anyway, my nigga.
We didn't even mention it, but Happy Father's Day because that's coming out.
Father's Day.
Yeah, shout out to all the real fathers. If you're a deadbeat, you can. Never mind, that's mean.
No, say it, Jax.
Nah, bro. If you're deadbeat, you can just go and go die, but it's cool.
Oh God,
bro, if they're deadbeat, they might as well. But hey,
that's crazy.
Happy Father's Day to
the bucket, nigga. You just said death.
Happy Father's Day to all the real fathers out there.
Yeah, man, real fathers changing real lives. Happy Father's Day. We're gonna pass Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully by next week we are talking about a potential Game 7. Hopefully we'll catch y'all niggas next week. Go get some hoes and leave us the fuck alone till next week. See y'all later.